Kom here with Studio Sweat On Demand. Long time no see. Hi Miriam.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm great. I just took your rock and spin sculpt class.
Yeah. Are you gonna have a protein shake now?
We'll discuss. Maybe.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna talk about. By the way, I just did, and you might talk to this. So
yeah,
I did an hour workout this morning, took a break, then did another one, and just completely torched myself. And so should I be consuming protein in between those classes, for example? Let's talk.
Yes is the answer.
Okay.
To that.
So the question that came in, and it was kind of a follow-up question to the vlog that you and Bethany did on the different protein powders, which ones are great, which ones are not great.
Right.
The question was, when do I take protein powder? When do I take protein supplements? Before my workout? During? After? And she specifically said, I was told and sold by someone who wanted me to take a protein shake and drink it during my workout. So is that, kind of based on what you guys were talking about, she kind of saw a red flag with that. And,
okay, all right.
So
thanks for bringing this up. This is wildly common, the confusion with supplements, especially protein supplements. So you walk into a GNC or some Nutrisport, and the person working there, regardless if they, have good or bad intentions, whatever, most of them are uneducated in nutrition and science, and they're there to sell you the products, right? Some of them make commission. So you really want to be very certain when you walk in what you're looking for, because if you go in blindly, you're going to get super confused, and the person there is going to steer you maybe in the wrong direction and get you something that could potentially harm you, or it could just be a big fat waste of money, expensive urine.
I hate when I buy expensive urine.
I know, it's and just you're throwing out some good money, and your body has to process all the excess too. So I would say read up on that newsletter, the March one, the food, the Focus on Food, sorry.
For March 2015?
Yeah.
Okay.
On which protein powder to get. You really first have to decide, is it appropriate for my life? Do I need one? Do I want one? I would say food first. Always food first would be like optimum ideal, and if you can eat such a variety of proteins, so you're saying after a workout.
You're saying if you have time to and you can, go grab a grilled chicken salad with lots of spinach and yummy things in it.
Yes.
Pick that over a protein shake that you grab off the shelf, or even one that you make yourself.
That's optimum. Food is so perfect in that it is alive. So all the enzymes are there, and the nutrients, it's so, the ecosystem of it is so, it has so much variety of nutrients. So, and the way that it's processed, our body enjoys it. It's digested in a certain way that's easier than, processed food would be. Mm-hmm. So it's, on a molecular level even. So
that's the first thing you're saying, is make sure you need the protein.
Yeah.
Just the protein supplement to your diet.
Right.
And don't make that your primary diet, like some boyfriends that I know make protein powders their primary source of protein.
You guys, my boyfriend went from 6 protein shakes
per day
down to 1 to 2.
High five.
Yeah.
We gave him a lot of grief for that.
Yeah. So, and it's really the personal experiment. He goes, if I lose any muscle weight, it is your fault. And I'm coming after you.
Woman. Yeah.
And so he didn't.
Yeah.
He maintained his muscle. He felt actually better. Mm-hmm. He had more energy, and his digestion was improved.
Yeah.
Actually.
So probably max one or two a day, one
Yeah,
preferably.
absolutely.
So when should you consume them though? Because that is kind of a mystery. Like I had actually never heard, I must say I'd never heard of someone suggesting that you consume a protein drink or shake or whatever it was during a workout. I have never heard that before.
Right. To me, and nutrition science does not indicate that that's a good idea. And also, it would be terribly uncomfortable.
That's primarily what I would think the problem would be.
Yeah, especially if you're working at higher intensities.
Yeah.
And you don't need anything caloric if you're exercising for an hour.
Right.
If you're going beyond that, and if you're outside with the elements, maybe you'll need a little electrolyte drink. But you don't need anything caloric while you're exercising for an hour.
Right.
There's no need for it. So yes, we can talk about pre and post food or protein supplement. Pre, I wouldn't suggest doing a protein supplement. I would suggest after. That is optimum. So once you tore the muscle, so say you did just a cardio class, you just did kind of a light cardiovascular workout.
Didn't fire up the muscles a whole lot.
Yeah, you really don't need to intake a ton of protein. You don't need to, you just eat normally.
Can you hear the kids camp behind us? Let's just put the moose on the table. As long as you can hear us, we're gonna let them keep screaming.
Yeah.
They're safe, don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I know.
they're safe.
So if you have done, like a spin sculpt class, a TRX class, anything with resistance training, I would say it's optimum to do the protein carb combo. So at this time would be a great time to do a protein supplement if you aren't into eating a full meal right away. And I'm not.
That's right. And I love that you said that. So, I mean, ideally, and you can read this over and over on the internet, within 30 minutes after your workout, it is a great time to get some protein in your body. And what Miriam's saying, if you can't do it with a meal or you don't feel like doing it with a meal, that is a great time to have your shakes. If you're going to have one a day, maybe that's when you do it.
Right. I know, and you were good. You just went and had yours.
I did.
And Brooke did too.
Yeah.
So, of course, choosing one that's clean. But you also want to think about not just that protein shake. What is my carbohydrate along with it? Because I always say this. It's very cheesy, but you'll remember it. You're welcome. The protein is carried on the carbohydrate truck. The carbohydrate delivers the protein to the muscles for protein synthesis and repairs it efficiently. Without the carbohydrate, the protein lingers and it doesn't have the capacity as it would if you had adequate carbohydrate to bring it to the muscles for repair.
So you don't want to just leave it on the truck, right?
Yeah,
you want that truck to go.
Yeah, is it going to move?
Yeah, and the carbs are what will move it. One of my favorite post-workout snacks that I'll have, especially if I'm not going to have a meal right afterwards, and sometimes I don't feel like eating a huge meal right afterwards, is a protein shake and an apple.
Perfect.
So that's kind of one of my favorite, plus your mouth is dry and the apple is Mother Nature's toothbrush. So there's that.
Oh my God. And it's a complex carbohydrate. So then she's getting her fruit serving, all the vitamins in there, and fiber, and then the sugars in there for a carbohydrate. I really like fruit and a Quest bar. Yeah. So that's my choice if I don't do the protein shake. So.
All right, and let's just real quickly, last thing that we'll cover, I know this vlog is getting a little long, but this is very valuable information, pre-workout, and there are pre-workout supplements out there that you can get that do have protein in them.
Right.
All I'm going to say is kind of recap what you said. If it makes you uncomfortable during your workout, or if you feel uncomfortable during your workout, think about your pre-workout choice when it comes to food, because if you have too much fat or too much protein before your workout, it could have an effect on your digestive system during your workout. Do you want to run and need to use the bathroom during your workout?
Well said. That's perfect. That's exactly what I would emphasize. It's on performance. Like, how do you feel? Instead of, oh, well, my trainer, GNC so-and-so said to have this if you're like, wow, my gut is churning during my workout, that's going to impede your results, right? So something really light on the protein. I actually, honestly, I don't even do fat before a workout.
Yeah. Fat can make you have to poo-poo. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And think about it. Protein is 2 to 3 hours of digestion. Fat is 5 to 6, and carbohydrates within an hour. So you got to think about blood goes to the gut when it needs to digest. So it's not going to go to the working muscles the way you want it to when you're working out.
Yeah. So endurance athletes are really, really careful about not eating a lot of fat usually before their events.
Absolutely.
So same thing, you know, your workout is your event for the day. So just think about that. I don't even eat the 2 hours before I work out generally, and sometimes I can, but it just depends. So you just have to really listen to your body, and if you make any changes in your diet, pay attention to how they might be affecting your workout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, guys, anything else you want to add, Miriam, before we sign off?
No, I think we covered everything.
Great.
This one's knowledgeable.
Oh, you know, I'm not a registered dietitian, but I've been around a little while.
You're an honorary member.
Thank you so much. All right, guys, for those fat torching body sculpting workouts, make sure you check out Studio Sweat On Demand.